Hi, I'm Jane Ward, also known as Trainer Jane, CEO and founder of Selling on the Spot and Selling on the Spot Marketplace. And this video is part of our series for the Selling on the Spot Holiday Marketplace and Appreciation Party that we have this year. Of course, it's virtual. With the crazy things going on in this world, we not only have taken all of our events virtual, but it gave us the benefit of a global community. So we have a huge event coming up this year. And today I'm here with Lynda Sunshine West, who is one of our exciting sponsors of the event. So I'm having her here to give her a platform to tell all of you about her main business and even make an offer here in this video. How are you today, Lynda?
I'm doing great, Jane, and I love what you're doing. And I don't know about you, but I'm grateful that Selling on the Spot has gone global via Zoom, because I wouldn't have met you had it not.
There you go. Exactly. We don't live anywhere near each other. We're not on the same time zone.
Not at all. Not at all.
But we were able to connect, and that's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here again because, I was sharing a little bit earlier that I'm one of those people who sells has been a challenge. And what I love about Selling on the Spot Marketplace is, and I know I'm here to talk about myself, but I wanted to share this first because this was important for me. And what I love about Selling on the Spot Marketplace is it gives me an opportunity to hone in on asking for the sale. I don't know how many times I have given a presentation and at the end did not ask for a sale. I actually did a webinar. I'll just share this really quickly. I did a webinar when I was getting started, and I gave everything, literally everything. And at the end, I asked because I had some friends attend to critique me at the end. And so they were like, that was an amazing webinar. But not only did you not ask for a sale, but you gave us everything. There's no reason for us to work with you. So I continued down that pattern for a long time until just more recently. And so thank you for providing a platform for people like me who have gone through these fears of asking for the sale, because it's really important for us to do that as business owners. Otherwise, we will be out of business.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for that. Yeah, I love getting your feedback for sure. I know that you're doing well in our platform for sure, because you've embraced it as a place to not just network, but sell. And in that, also, when it's your turn to present, to be clear and concise as to who you are, who you help, how you help them, as well as make an offer. So you're actually selling something, not just getting to know each other, and then asking for the sale, despite the fact that it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Or on Zoom, despite the fact that people just want to say, so are you guys interested? Instead, it's embracing the fact that we are on Zoom. Ideally, speak to the camera, speak as if you're speaking to one person, ask for the sale as if you're asking one person, not the group that's in front of you, so that the connection is even stronger and you get even more yeses. Because the whole point is to move forward in business if you're meant to. And it's great to get that yes immediately, move forward in business immediately, whether it's practice or not, practice and sell at Selling on the Spot Marketplace. So thank you for the feedback.
Oh, you're welcome. And I love that one thing you've taught me there too is that the sell is not always about money, and it's just about them saying yes. So whatever your offer is, it's about them saying yes. And when they say yes, then you've made the sale. And I love that, because for me, that takes a lot of pressure off, that I don't have to always come up with a price for something, that it's really just about like, join my group. If they're like, are you interested in joining because I have Women Action Takers Network group, right? So if you're interested in joining that group, say yes in the chat, or whatever. And then that's an opportunity for people to say yes to me. And just that alone sometimes is a challenge for some people. It has been for me in the past. So again, thanks for providing that platform. So
Perfect. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's not everybody has a product. A lot of people have a service, or especially now that everything is virtual, then services make even more sense to be providing. And we're not necessarily living in the same area, in which case the service is also going to be provided virtually anyways. So it's not for sure that somebody is selling today, meaning cashing the person out today, sending in an invoice and getting paid today. It might be that they're getting to know each other first, needing to understand first more about the service that would be provided, and therefore if they want to move forward together. So it's selling into the Zoom meeting at Selling on the Spot Marketplace, if it's a service with this example. And then it's only one touch point away to close that sale, because then it's on you to host that Zoom meeting with the person. And then if you both move forward, then it's not the 17 and 20 touch points of chasing each other through email and phone to close the sale. It's book the consultation at Selling on the Spot Marketplace and potentially close at one appointment later.
Yeah, it's so true. And like with women action takers, that's my main business is women action takers. And it's kind of funny because I started my business about 6 years ago, and it's gone through I don't know how many name changes since that time. I watched a video just the other day. It was from 4 years ago, and I was talking about my mastermind called Masterminding with Masterminds. And I totally forgot that was one of the names I had. And I just gone through so many different changes and iterations. I'm still the same person, but I'm learning and growing. And so as I learn and grow, I add more tools to my arsenal, more value that I can offer to people to help them with their business. So at Women Action Takers, we're all about collaboration. I totally 100% believe in collaboration and cooperation, not competition, because there's so much out there. There's so much abundance. And when we open ourselves to this abundance, then we open ourselves to receive more abundance. And it's been an awesome journey of mindset changes and shifting and learning like who I am, what I'm all about, what value I have to offer. And so, again, with Women Action Takers, it's really about taking action. We can hope, dream, pray, desire, manifest all we want. But when what we're asking for comes to us, if we don't take an action and grab it, then nothing is going to happen. Nothing happens without action. And a great example of this is there's this story of this man who was like, I want $1 million. And how many times we hear people say, I want $1 million. Why do you stop at $1 million? First is my first question. Why not wanting 10 million or 100 million? Why not? Everybody stops at $1 million. But anyway, so this man's is like, I want $1 million. I want $1 million. And then this truck pulls up and it's filled with aluminum cans. It just happens that the aluminum cans are worth $1 million. And so the guy pulls up and says like, I'm so tired of this. I'm driving around, you're getting all these aluminum cans. Do you want this truck? And the guy's like, no, why would I want that truck? What a hassle. So his $1 million that he asked for, it showed up, but he didn't take advantage of that opportunity. He didn't take the action. So it's that action and that law of attraction. He attracted it to himself, but he didn't take the action to get the results that he wanted. So it's interesting, like how many times do you have something in your life that's showing up is exactly what you asked for, but is showing up in a different package, not the package that you expected, not the package that you wanted. And so you let it go by. Think about that. You got to take action when it's right in front of your face. So with Women Action Takers, I'll share I have a group called Women Action Takers Network. And my ask today for Women Action Takers is to have you join my group. So if you are interested in joining the Women Action Takers Network, say yes, wherever we here are right now. I have no idea where we are posting. Or you can just go to Facebook and search for Women Action Takers Network and join us in there. Sorry, it is for men only, because it's a private, judgment-free safe zone for women, so that they have this place that they can feel like they have a place that they can come and not be judged. Not that men are judgmental, but women feel more comfortable when they're a room filled with women. Just sharing that.
Fair. Totally fair. And it's a fantastic group. I'm really excited, really proud to be a member there as well.
Thank you for being there. Yeah. And Jane was in my summit. I held a Women Action Takers Summit a couple of weeks ago. And so Jane played a pivotal part in that by selling on the spot marketplace and introducing it to the group. And I love bringing in people, like Jane, different business owners that can help us to grow our businesses as well. So we can take action as much as possible.
Exactly. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because, and you said that also that you're about collaboration, which so am I, because this is you and I met, and now we're collaborating on more than one project. And again, being like-minded and looking at how we complement each other and how we complement each other's groups, not being competitive. So we're not competing for each other's audience. I'm now in your group, you're now in my group, and we've looked at, I think, 3 ways on how we've collaborated, which is fantastic, right? Because then we lift each other up, we put it all into action. So we're living our plans, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really important because sometimes when people think of collaboration, they think that it's going to take from them. But what it actually does is it adds more value to you and to your audience. So if you find somebody that you're synergistically, in alignment with, it's really good. Like, look at that and see, how can we work together? Now, ideally, here's my perspective. I'd love to hear your perspective on this, Jane, because I know you do the bank code. But ideally, when you're collaborating, my perception on this is you don't want to collaborate with somebody who's your same type. Like if you have the bank code, so Jane can share what that's all about, but you don't want to really collaborate with somebody who's your same type because you're too similar to each other. You need that person who can, like, especially me, I'm a dreamer. I need the person who can rein me in and say, come back to earth, Lynda. Let's do this. Let's make this happen, because I tend to, fly off into never land, so I need that person to ground me. Right. So that would be my opposite personality type. And I don't know what they call it in bank, but it's my opposite personality type that says, let's look at this realistically. Let's come back. Let's make this happen, So I don't know if you want to share a little bit of it.
Okay. Well,
bank.
yes. Now that you brought that up, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will share briefly. So BANK is an acronym for the 4 different personality types: B for blueprint, A for action, N for nurturing, and K for knowledge. And everybody on the planet has a bank code, has a combination of those 4 personality types. So as you were saying, Lynda, then you could say that, yes, an opposite code would complement in regards to strengths and weaknesses, for example.
Right.
But whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, you could say opposites attract and opposites attack. So the reason I love the bank program is because it helped me understand every personality type, the good, the bad, the strengths, the weaknesses, every combination, because of course there's 24 different combinations. And then looking at how do you honor the individual regardless of their bank code, whether it's the same, whether it's different, how is it the same, how is it different? Because without us going deep into it, Lynda, you and I are similar in a lot of ways and different in a lot of ways, and yet we could collaborate, right? So we didn't have to have, I might have leaned towards similar bank codes. It was interesting that you brought up thinking to lean towards opposite bank codes, but as long as you know how to communicate to each other, and again, look at the good and maybe take into account the negative, but how do you communicate? How do you negotiate? How do you move forward when there are differences? So
yeah. It's interesting because with those codes, I've done those similar types of tests and stuff like that. And my husband and I are like totally on the opposite spectrum. But what's cool about it is once we learn that that's our personalities, we can learn how to communicate, like you said. So it's really a game changer to know like what your bank code is. And especially if you have, a partner of some sort, to know what their bank code is so that you can learn how to communicate with each other. Now, you can only control how you communicate with them, but you can also control within yourself how you're hearing what they're saying. And so that's one thing that's great about these personality things. I know we weren't here to talk about this today, but
I was going to say that we're this close to taking this to an emotional intelligence tangent, because that's the other part of what I train on. Because yeah, exactly, and that's where I get that whole honoring word from. Is knowing yourself, knowing the other person. How do you manage yourself? How do you move forward? How do you work within the relationship, and so much more? And that goes to a whole other level of conversation with emotional intelligence and AI platforms that I have there as well, which is how I will now segue to your offer for us at Selling on the Spot Marketplace in regards to your sponsorship for our holiday event. You're bringing some amazing new offerings that also has an artificial intelligence component to it. So please take it away. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, so Now Site is a platform that I just recently joined. I'd say within it was 8 weeks ago, only 8 weeks ago. And so I'm still kind of new to it because just like any new platform, you have this learning period, right? So I'm still in that learning period. But I will share that what I've learned about it so far in this last 8 weeks has been absolutely amazing. Now Site is a platform that uses artificial intelligence to understand your like who you are, so that way when you send messages out to the world, it speaks in your language. Of course, it goes through a period where it has to understand you. So it's going through that period right now with me, and I'm finding that every day it's learning more and more and more who I am, what I'm all about, and what I love to share. So it's a social media platform in addition to unlimited websites, unlimited landing pages, unlimited leads, which is unheard of. And you can send up to 10,000 emails a month. They just added text messaging into the platform, which is awesome. I'm excited to dive into that as well, because I never had one of those text messaging platforms. But so if you think about, there's like MailChimp for mail email lists, right? There's ClickFunnels for building funnels, or Infusionsoft for building these lead magnets and all these things. Those platforms are very expensive. Now MailChimp goes up, the more people you get involved in it, but it doesn't build websites and stuff. So what I love about NowSite is it incorporates all those things together into one platform. So I don't have to go to MailChimp for my email and have it then integrate with ClickFunnels for my funnels, and then integrate with, like, I don't have to integrate with all these other platforms because it's all in one place. So ClickFunnels, I'll give that as an example. I had ClickFunnels and I dumped it after about 2 months because while I love tech, I don't love complicated tech. I love easy tech. And again, another thing I love about NowSite is its ease of use. So that was really important to me, to be able to get up and running quickly. And literally I joined NowSite, and within an hour and a half, I had my first landing page created. And the reason it took me an hour and a half, because I decided I'm going to go take some pictures of something that I wanted to put on it. If I didn't have to do that, it would have taken me a lot less time. And then it was in a matter of that many minutes that I had my landing page ready, and I had it out into the marketplace, out into Facebook, and I introduced it to people, and I got leads immediately. Within like 10 or 15 minutes was like my first lead that came in. I was like, wow, this really works. I had no idea how it was going to work. I only know what other people have done. So it's a lead capture system. It's, email marketing campaign. It's social media campaign, all of that. And because this might air in a year or so, somebody might see this a year later. I'm not going to share the pricing, but I'll share that like today, right now, it's $87 a month. It's only $87 a month, but you do also have an opportunity to become an affiliate and generate your own revenue through the platform, which is what Jane and I are doing. So my offer to you today is, if you want to learn about how you can save time, save money, become more efficient with your social media marketing, as well as with your email campaigns. By the way, they have a lot of done for you platforms that are free for you on NowSite. If you're interested in learning anything about any of that, please reach out to me or Jane, and then we'd love to share with you what it's all about.
Perfect. Yes, and I'm even newer to it than you are. So I've so far have only really been embracing the email marketing. So I love that I get an email every single day that gives me suggested emails to then share with a beautiful graphic, with so much valuable content that is specific to my market. So I don't have to change anything. I can add a personalized message, and within minutes, literally 1, 2, 3 minutes tops, I've put out my marketing on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. And on top of that, it makes me think differently about what else do I want to market in the future, because the AI has pulled in a certain amount of information, but it still now has put together a different graphic, for example, than I might have thought of. So I love, because I'm such a big picture thinker, I love that it's helping me not only in the moment with the marketing, but at the same time making me even think outside of my own box as to what else I want to be putting and sharing otherwise or on other days to complement it even further. And so far, I'm only in the email marketing. I haven't even touched the landing pages or anything else that it can do. And yet the $87 a month to me was an absolute no-brainer.
Mhm.
I joined up when you told me about it because I thought it's saving me time.
Yep.
That is already worth it to me. I will implement the rest in the very near future. And then on top of that, with you, we're rolling it out at Selling on the Spot marketplace events. And like you mentioned, it has a passive income stream. So now it's actually paying for the program for itself for me, as well as I am building another passive income stream, which is something that I really cared, especially this year, to be adding more and more of. I love that it's in tech. I love it that it's in perfect alignment for entrepreneurs, business owners, and sales professionals, which is my community. So thank you, Lynda, for bringing it to me. Thank you for bringing it to Selling on the Spot marketplace. And I'm happy that we're sharing it with so many others at this time.
You're welcome. I wanted to add one little thing there, Jane,
Sure.
because you mentioned that, how you're doing the marketing. One thing a lot of people ask is, well, can I do my own marketing as well through it? And yes, you can. So there's ways that you can, instead of posting directly on Facebook, post through NowSite. And the reason is because the AI then takes over and it's like, this is what that person likes, right? So you keep posting everything through NowSite, and it's going to be seen by more people than you would normally have, because NowSite is out there searching for people and finding them for you. So it's an
That's
amazing
perfect. See, and I
platform.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's
I'm so
amazing.
new to this. I did not even know that. Brilliant.
There we go. There's so much to share that it's impossible to share it in this many minutes. So again, if you want to learn more about it, please reach out to either Jane or I or both of us, and I'd be happy to share it with you.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, Lynda. So again, I'm thrilled that you and I got together today for the sake of shooting this video to share NowSite through Selling on the Spot marketplace to our global community. Thank you again, Lynda, for also sponsoring our Selling on the Spot holiday marketplace and appreciation party. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Jane. Appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Take care. Have a great day.